Hey guys, it's Editing Sierra here. Real quick before you start the video, I forgot to mention we were kind of having like a late night sleepover. Now, some of us didn't spend the night because we're all like at different locations, but we filmed this so late, like it was at like midnight or even maybe in the AM. But that's why we were kind of like tired and acting maybe a little more silly than we would normally. But yeah, so this is just Teen Mom Sleepover Q&A. Just, I don't know, juicy stuff. Hope you enjoy.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure to click the subscribe button. Today I'm surrounded by some of my best friends in the world, and we're just gonna do a little Q&A that's a little juicy. And we're also surrounded by Skylar. She doesn't have a YouTube channel, so
she doesn't have a kid either.
I don't have a kid.
She's just my friend from church, and she's like my best friend.
Yeah.
So
okay, so I haven't looked at these questions, but
oh, iPad dead? Okay.
So I posted on my Instagram to ask us like juicy questions, so we're gonna do our best.
I can't talk about the tea on my channel, but oh boy, I can talk about it on here.
Yeah, so let's do this. The first one is literally F, marry, kill out of all of us.
How would we even do that?
I don't understand.
Like, who would you if you had to, who would, okay.
I'm not answering that. That's it. I can't choose.
So
everybody.
I would marry and you all.
We're all getting wiped up.
We're having a giant so, okay, how many kids do you want? Let's start with Sophie.
5. One day.
Yeah.
I've already got 2. I've already got 2 down.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm close actually.
Yeah.
At least 3 more. At least
4.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like I want at least 1 more, but I want at least like 4. Yeah.
I want like at the minimum 2, but like the maximum maybe like 4.
Same.
Wait, you messed up your sentence. You said minimum 1, minimum 4.
Yeah, you did. Okay, I think I want like 4.
4 is a good number.
Really good.
Yeah.
Except for anagrams.
Okay, this might be a little bit juicy, so some of us might not be able to answer this, and I may have to cut it out, but how old were you when you first had intercourse?
15. That's not too bad for me.
My lips
13.
I was 14.
Everyone else answered.
I think I'm gonna be the only one. They're gonna assume I was like 10 now, so I guess 13. Yeah.
There you go.
She said, okay. Do you guys live alone with your baby or with your parents?
I live with my parents, but I'm really trying to get out of there soon.
I know, sorry. I live with my parents, but when I'm 18, I am gonna move out. I love my parents, but I want some more independence.
I'm 22. I'm literally like old.
She is our parent.
Yeah, I live with my husband, so you know, it happens.
I don't have a kid, but I live with my parents and my little baby brother.
I live with my husband.
Yeah, okay.
He might be daddy sometimes though.
Let's see.
That was actually a good one.
How did your parents react when you were pregnant?
Okay, so my parents went through stages. At first it was like obviously very surprised, and then it went to like kind of went to kind of angry, and then after that angry phase it was very, very supportive on both ends.
Mine were just supportive throughout it all. Surprised but supportive.
Well, mine was different because this was like at the beginning of like teen pregnancy was really popular, so mine were not supportive in the beginning, but through the end, like at the very end, they started to, you know, support me and let me make my own decisions.
No, I don't have a baby.
Mine were kind of similar to Maddie's, like really surprised. I wasn't the ones who told them, so they had about a week to process it before we even sat down and talked about it. So after they kind of processed things and got over that initial phase of like a little bit disappointed and angry and shocked, it was all just like support and love.
Which moment do you wish you could go back and relive?
Birth.
One.
That was the best day of my life for sure. Yeah, giving birth was the best.
Like redo or relive?
It says, which moment do you wish you could go back and relive?
Oh, that's hard. Everly's first laugh. Yeah.
I think mine is like with my first baby, I went through a really hard time, so I didn't really, like, I kind of blocked everything out.
You didn't cherish it.
Yeah, and I wish I could go back and like really appreciate just how important that was to me.
Honestly, for me, it'd probably be like my baby brother's like the most important thing in my life. Like he's like my kid too. And like I would probably go and like relive like him being born and being able to see him like grow up and all that. Basically.
Oh, you're such a mom, even though you're not. I love
that kid.
Mine would probably be seeing Landon meet Colette for the first time, because he wasn't there for my birth, so he met her 2 days later, and it was just such a pure moment having my whole family be together for the first time. And
Aww.
you know, that's really the moment where he became a dad.
Right.
And just watching him come into himself, and like really he flourished as a father, and like before that I feel like he was kind of lost. So to see him just come into that role so well was like the most amazing moment.
I love that. Someone's like, is it a boy or girl? Did you consider...
It's a liberal.
This might be posted.
Yeah,
by the time.
that's true.
I don't know, for safety reasons.
Yeah. Did any of you consider an abortion?
Yes. I considered it for a little while, and then I kind of went to adoption. And then probably 2 months into my finding out, I decided that I wanted to keep and become a mom.
No, at first, like, the idea was in my head, but after that sonogram, it never popped up in my head again.
For me, finding out it was twins, that's what solidified it. I was like, God makes weird things happen sometimes, and everything happens for a reason, so that kind of struck for me.
Yeah, so obviously, like, I considered abortion and stuff, but, like, as much as I say, like, I'm pro-choice, I could never go through it with myself, which is why I decided to have an adoption, which is what I did, so.
I've thought about it, and like being like scared to get pregnant, you know, and I've thought about it, like, oh, if I get pregnant, like, what am I gonna do? Like, am I gonna have an abortion? But I also thought, like, I would regret having an abortion later on, like, regret missing out on having my own little baby and stuff. Like, it's definitely been something that's crossed my mind, like, for in the future, you know.
Yeah.
Like, if I ever did get pregnant as a teenager.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I don't know. I have just always wanted kids, and I always kind of planned on having kids young. Not as young as I did, but I mean, me and Landon had been dating for a while, and I just knew he was the one I was going to marry, and I had all the support, so, you know, I was like, okay, it's happening a little earlier than expected, but, you know, like, let's do this.
Baby.
Josh is being such a mom right now.
I know,
I love it.
Colette is obsessed with
Okay.
Josh.
Best and worst thing about parenthood?
Watching them grow up is like the best and worst all in
All
one.
of the tiny little milestones, like you said, like the first laugh, the first crawl, like literally like eating food for the first time, that's like the best. The worst is like today we were at dinner and oh my gosh, it's so hectic. Just being, but that's just coming with like being a parent. It's just craziness when they're babies, and I don't know, I guess it's like the worst part of it.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the best and worst? Okay, so the best would definitely have to be the just sense of pride you feel like being a mom. It's not like a selfish sense of pride, it's more of a like, this child relies on me and I am doing a great thing in their lives sense of pride. But the worst would have to be knowing that one day you're not gonna have them to hold every day. And that's just, it breaks my heart to know that one day Everly will be a teenager and she won't be sleeping in my arms every night. And oh my god, I'm gonna cry because I just hate it.
I'm too pregnant for this.
Because like I hold her every night to go to sleep and she just sleeps so close to me, but when she's like a mean 13-year-old, she's not gonna want to cuddle with me. I'm gonna be going to her college dorm and freaking cuddling with her. I swear to god, I'm never gonna be able to sleep without her in my bed.
Yeah, so like my thing is, like, I was talking to Sophie about this because our babies here are probably the closest in age. Like, sometimes I just look at them and I just like, I feel sad, like sorrow, just because like they're so pure. And here I am, like, I've already experienced life and like,
you know how harsh the world is.
It is sad, like the whole things that they're gonna have to go through, that you know that they're gonna have to go through one day, and right now they're just literally the most innocent.
So like the best thing about parenthood is like supporting them and watching them grow, but it's also the hardest thing is one day they're not going to rely on you anymore, you know?
I'm gonna cry.
I know.
Again, not a mom, but like I talk about my little brother a lot, like he's mine, and like I'll be going through like, you know, Snapchat memories, you know, and I'll see him like super little and I'm like, oh my gosh, like he's so big now, like why can't I go back to like seeing him? And like I know my mom, like she like wishes he was still little, but also like when he was little, I was like, I wonder what he's gonna be like when he's like
Right.
like grown up and bigger and he can play with me. But like the worst part is seeing them like grow and not being able to hold them as close as you can, and then like wanting to run away, you know. It's just like, yeah, but like the best part is having the little moments with them that like you can cherish forever, and like having memories.
And I totally relate with Skylar on this, because my little brother Slate, me and him were like so close. Like I felt like, not like he was, I mean, I guess I kind of took on that sense of like,
You're taking care of him.
yeah, and like I had that caregiver like type love, and like he's literally like, I love him like he was my own. He's not my own, but I love him like that.
Yeah.
So I totally like relate to that, because Slate used to be the sweetest little thing. Now he's kind of an asshole. Mom, I'm so sorry if you're watching this. He's just mean sometimes.
Yeah.
My brother yanks my face, so I mean, like he'll like grab my nose and be like, "Argh," like
He's been
like,
so sweet lately, but sometimes he'll just go up to me and say, Maddie, you're ugly. I'm like, what? He's like, you're fat and ugly. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and like my brother was born when I was 15, like so like I'm like old enough to like understand him growing up and like being there for everything, because like I do live with him. I see him every day, like seeing him, like I've seen him walk for the first time, saw him crawl for the first time, heard his first word, you know, because like, and it's like he's my own. Like I take care of him, and like when my mom can't, and it's just like he's my little baby.
Yeah, but a side note to make things seem better about Slate, because he's not as bad as he seems. Today I was on FaceTime with him, and he was talking to me and Everly, and he said, Maddie, you're so beautiful, and I love you, and I miss you, because he can be so sweet, but toddler boys are just a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Especially
sorry
when
for
they're
you,
young.
Sophie. Oh my god, you got 2 of them.
Yeah.
We're missing each other off like freaking
I know.
counters.
I think the best thing is, I don't know, like y'all said, just like watching them grow. Like every time she learns something new, or like learns a new word, or just like figures something out for the first time, it's like, wow, like that's a person.
It's like the cutest thing ever too.
It's like you're just so proud of them, and like, you know, when you see that they're proud of themselves, it's like, oh my gosh.
Because whenever Everly does something, she'll clap for herself.
I
She'll be like,
know.
ah!
Yeah, it's awesome. And then probably the worst part about parenthood would be just like seeing your child hurt, whether it's like emotionally or physically, or when they're sick. You just want to take all their pain and put it onto yourself and take it away from them.
Yeah.
And
But you
it's just so awful.
You have to
Just
let them learn their
when
own.
your kid is suffering, you don't want them to suffer ever.
Especially, okay, this is like kind of, I really relate to that. I don't know how I didn't think of that. But when Everly's like, when she's sad about something, like going to someone's house per se, I can't do anything about that, because I'll say, do you want to go to this person's house? She'll just go, no, tomorrow. And I wish I could just run away with her, but I can't.
Yeah.
And she just comes back sad. She won't give me kisses. And it just, oh, it hurts so bad. It's so sad.
Okay, so this one says, which kid of your teen mom friends would you choose to be yours?
Wait,
Yeah.
but wait. No, I like the idea, because I kind of interpreted it as, like, whose baby would you take as your own?
Would you
Okay, so we took
I would take Luke.
I'm like,
Luke is so fat and chubby, and he looks like my little brother. So I would take Luke all the way to Texas.
Okay, so I have like 2 answers. Part of me wants to take Leo because he's like the same, like little baby boy.
Yeah.
But then, oh gosh.
I mean, just look at Josh and Colette right
Yeah,
now.
they're so cute. They're
I know.
so cute. I was running around the flat like a minute ago. I'm just gonna stick with Leo just because I'm used to it. It's what I'm used to.
Yeah. Maddie?
Oh, I already said I'd take Luke in a
Okay.
heartbeat.
Honestly, I feel like ever since like I started to become close with Cam, I feel like Coco has kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like kind of a closeness to her. And the same with like Everly.
Yeah.
Like I could just see myself with like both of them, and I don't know, like you said, like Coco really like picks and chooses who she like wants to be around. And
She doesn't like me.
So I don't know, I could see myself
Coco
like
don't fight.
taking care of both of them, you know?
I would literally take the twins and run as fast as I can. Oh my god, it was Luke, right?
Yes.
Luke fell asleep on me yesterday.
picture is so
and
cute.
I literally like, I was melting. Like I was like, I want one. Like I need a baby. And like he's just like the sweetest. And like y'all's boys are just like the sweetest, cutest little
And
smiley.
he's just
Yeah.
sassy. No one wants her.
Ryla loves
my
me.
gosh. Yeah.
She's so sweet and giggly, and her
She's the
tiniest.
giggliest little baby
She
ever.
literally just goes up to me and just like,
Yeah,
She laughs so
yeah, literally that.
Which Natalie's not here, but her
That is
channel
Natalie's,
will
yes.
be in the link in the description because
Yes.
she's part of our group. And even though she's not here, we love her so much. We love you, Natalie, if you're watching this.
And little baby
But-
Ryla.
Yes.
Ryla's so precious. She's
She's
too pure for this world. Everly's just mean.
Okay, which one is the freaky one out of the group?
Oh no.
I feel like this is Sophie
Why are you looking at me?
just because in our TikTok I put that
Oh, yeah,
she's the
that's-
freaky
yeah.
one. Yeah.
It's hidden though with me, but I feel like after like even just after the past 2 days, like Cam and Maddie though, like you guys both have to
I'm gonna watch this. It's okay, Mom.
So yeah, I vote them too.
Yeah, I think everyone agrees on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you, girl.
me? No, I try to keep things private.
I like Cam. Cameron, you a freak.
I'll take it.
Bra size before versus after.
That's actually kind of
birthday.
interesting.
Yeah, I've never had a question like that before.
I went
Sophie's me.
She went from like an A to a B.
I think no, I feel like it fluctuated from like I was like a C and I was like no, maybe I was like a B and then I was a C and now I'm like back to a B maybe. I don't know. Go, you guys go.
I went from Victoria's Secret sizing got me all the way messed up. Yeah, and they measured me way too big, but I went from a D to a triple D, and I don't have triple D.
I think they wrong.
Because I don't have triple D's, but it's just because my band size is so small. I guess my boobs are big for my figure.
Yeah, that's what like messes them up. Like it's just like in Victoria's Secret is like don't rely on
Make
them.
these little girls think they have big boobs, so they'll
Yeah,
buy
they
a
want them to
bra.
buy the bras.
I went from like
That was Josh's phone.
I went from like a 32A to like a 36C. So that's a pretty
Yeah,
big
especially
difference.
since the band size has changed.
Yeah.
Because
Cam?
36.
I went from like a big B to like a big C borderline D.
I never
Oh,
thought
your
about
boobs are
that
way bigger than mine, and they literally said I was a
Well,
triple
I'm
D.
pregnant right now, so they're definitely on the D side. But yeah.
Okay, I feel like this is interesting because I feel like a lot of people like think about this stuff. Do you guys get competitive about your accounts and who has more followers or subscribers?
No, we've all talked about this on the trip. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to like put it into words, but like no, like we all just support each other, and honestly, we learn off of each other, and everyone's just eager to like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting, like how we all like see things with YouTube.
We
And
were just talking about like having a Christmas intro and like, oh, that's a really good idea.
Yeah,
Like,
I
need to get
learned
a
something
Christmas
new
intro
today
for
from them,
Vlogmas
yeah.
and,
Well, like I was telling them, like back in the day, I was relevant on YouTube. Like I was, you know, back in 2013, back when these girls were 12 years old, and then like now it's like it's changed. You
Dude,
know?
in 2013, I was 10.
Oh, okay.
I was 11.
Yeah, I was 11.
But I never feel like I would never feel like competitive or jealous or anything like that. Like if anything, I would support my friends, and you know that's awesome. Like if they're growing and being successful.
I think
My answer is so good for this one.
I think we're all just like happy for each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, it's because we all know how
Someone's
much
doing
work it takes. Like people think it's easy, but it's
People
not.
who are jealous of someone else, that's like toxic. You know, that's a bad sign.
Yeah. Like, okay, so I've never felt like when other people are successful, I'm happy for them. I'm not like jealous,
Yeah.
but I do strive to be as successful as them, but I don't like get jealous about it. Like if I see somebody, okay, so I'm really, really competitive. I'm an Aries.
Yeah.
So I'm really competitive,
And a
but
3.
I don't,
Yeah.
and a 3. So I don't, like, I use the non-toxic side of competitiveness. I don't try to beat people, but I try to work as hard as them. So that's kind of my thing. I've never been jealous, like, ever. Like, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, like
That's just
follower
something.
count, like doesn't really matter. It's like the person you are. Like it's
Yeah, definitely.
like okay, someone can have like 30K and another person can have like 45K, but like the person with 30K could be way
Like, if there was someone with, like,
negative.
-2 subscribers and someone with, like, 30 million, and the 31 million person is, like, a dick, I would chill with the -2
Yeah,
person. if they're
exactly.
providing.
And like if you're genuine friends with someone, like you're gonna help them because they're your friend.
Yeah,
You
like,
know
I'm
what I mean?
dick.
Yeah, I feel like on
Like, the whole word.
on YouTube a lot of people are like that, and
Yeah.
I started like the more people I meet on YouTube, like I can definitely say that everyone here is very genuine.
Oh,
but
that
there's
makes me so
people
happy.
who
Which
like,
is rare.
just see numbers.
Yeah.
Like I've met people on YouTube
Yeah.
who like,
I think
okay,
we all
you're a
have.
number, you're this number, you're this number.
Yeah. Something I want to say real quick is like, out of like all of us, I've like it's very rare to find so many people who don't care about numbers and just care about friendships. You know? Okay, so this isn't really a question, but this really pisses me off, so I'm just gonna say it. But someone's like, where was it? Why are you begging for followers and views?
We're doing our jobs.
It just pisses
Our
me off.
jobs,
Like,
our work. We're feeding our families.
Follow you. What?
it's just like
There have been so many times, because like Maddie's like my really good friend. There have been so many times where I could have been like, Maddie, you wanna like shout me out, you know, like
Yeah.
It's been like, no, like she's like my like one of my best friends.
Yeah,
like,
we have
I'm,
known
like,
each other for like 2 months, but we're literally like this.
Yeah,
Like,
and
we
you
see
know,
each other
like,
every week at least
I'm so
once.
tired of
Yeah.
like people saying like I'll be like, hey guys, like I would love, like my dream is to hit 1 million subscribers, and as soon as I say that, everyone's like, you're begging for subs, like you're a terrible person.
like
And
no,
it's
you're saying your goals, like you're,
Yeah,
you're
Like
setting your goals.
in a job, you want to get a raise, and YouTube, you want to hit 1 million. There's literally
Yeah.
no difference. It's just like the normalization of YouTube being a job needs to be
Right.
normalized.
right.
Yeah.
How dirty are we going with this? Because I got some like,
What is it?
Let's see what it
it
is.
says like, did the Teen Mom Squad separate?
Honestly, I would say a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh god, I don't even want to be the person who says this. Who wants
Yeah.
to say it?
I just feel like some people drift, and that's just.
Some people
That's just
vibe.
life.
Okay,
Yeah.
first off,
That's life.
big friend groups don't always last anyways. Like, everyone knows that a big group of us went to VidCon. I mean, like, in that 15 girl group, like, it's gonna be split off a little bit.
And also, we were in a very bad situation. Like,
Yeah, with our
So it
Airbnb.
brought out the worst in all of us.
there are people who
basically.
stick and people who don't.
And like honestly, like I told him this, like I'm the one who booked the Airbnb in my name. Even though we like all agreed on the like Airbnb and stuff, I put it in my name. I felt responsible, and like that pressure and that anxiety like stuck with me so bad, and I felt like I gave off such a terrible first impression. So like I'm so blessed that like now I really
Yeah,
get to
because
like
I'm not
know
the
this.
person who will go off of that. Because honestly, you were tweaking,
I
but I
know.
tweaked too.
I was
So-
such in a bad place.
No, but I didn't judge you for it because I was there, like literally bawling my eyes out in the morning because my anxiety was so bad.
I appreciate that like so bad, because I really thought like you guys were
Oh
gonna
yeah,
hate me.
I'm
'Cause,
never
like,
the person to be like that ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the day, like some people click more than others, and you know, like if
not everybody can be friends with everybody. Like,
Exactly.
personalities are gonna mesh better with other personalities.
And like out of all of us, like we're not going to pretend we're best friends with someone when we're not. You know, we're not gonna fake something that's not there. Like obviously we don't
The
have.
stuff here is real.
Yeah. Like these girls, I care for and love for very much. Who's more likely to get pregnant next? Obviously after Cam.
Okay, I feel like it's me. No. I feel like it's me.
I feel like if Maddie had
or
to do
even
it.
you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna be so honest. If I get a boyfriend, I'm gonna like one of the first things I'm gonna bring up is, when will you procreate with me? Because I want another baby. Like if I'm sure about this person, I'm like, okay, let's have a kid. Like that's so bad. But if when you know, and when I know, I'm gonna be like, impregnate me. Like give me a child. I want another baby. Like that's bad. But I just want to grow my family because I don't want Everly to be like 5-10 years older than her sibling.
Guys, if you're single and you want to be a dad, Maddie.
I'm gonna go.
And you do
available.
dishes. You have to do dishes.
Yeah, no. Like
you have to do everything.
Yeah.
No. Like, don't expect a woman who cleans. Like, Maddie's bringing home the bag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's literally, I talked about that in the video, but I had to cut it out because I sounded so cocky.
Yeah.
I'm like, hit me up with the chores you would do around the house while I do my video.
That's the end of this video. I felt like, I don't know, this is gonna be kind of personal, but I finally feel like I found my clique, and I love all these girls so much. And obviously, I'm not relevant anymore, but you are.
Cut out the cuss words. I'm so sorry.
I don't have a YouTube channel, but
She has a TikTok.
I have a TikTok.
Go like my TikTok.
But
Please go like my TikToks. I want to be TikTok famous.
these are all like the most genuine like girls I've ever met in my entire life, and I'm really blessed to have them as my friends.
That makes me so happy because so many people think I'm so fake, but that's literally
Yes,
the last
She's
thing I am.
literally not.
You're the same on
Yeah.
camera, off camera, in every group setting I've ever seen. You're the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I promise you that.
So happy. Oh my god.
So yeah, guys, I will see you, I think, tomorrow, because I think I'm doing Vlogmas. I don't really know.
She's like, maybe.
But yeah, okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.